Hey everyone, it's Sherry from Mature Beauty Studio, and I wanted to show you a brand new way of doing our beautiful Seint makeup today. It's called the Camo Pop Bridge Method, and it's really cool because everything fits in one of these cool double-decker compacts, and it has all the colors that you need to go really year-round. So it has a camouflage shade, which is going to cover up any discoloration you may have, and then we have our pop shade, which is our brightening highlight, and then our bridge, which is kind of our everyday foundation color. And between those colors, you can kind of mix and match them depending on how tan you are for the summer or how light you are in the winter. And then I also have my contour in here and my bronzer and then a beautiful illuminator called Glow. So that's everything in the first page of this compact. Second page has 3 lip and cheek colors. So those are great, obviously, for lips, cheeks. You can even use them for eyeshadows. I do have a vanilla dust setting powder in here as well as 4 eyeshadows. So honestly, this little compact that fits in your palm of your hand and 1 or 2 brushes can do your entire makeup, and it's great for traveling too. So let's go ahead and get started. First color I'm going to go into is my camo color. So that's basically camouflaging any discoloration I have on my face. And you guys know, you've been on my videos before, I have a lot of discoloration. I'm 63 years old, so I maybe didn't take the best care of my skin over the years. I was one of those girls that sat with the tinfoil and the baby oil and worshiped the sun. So now I'm paying for it. I have age spots, a lot of discoloration, under eye darkness. But no worries, with this makeup, I can use this and put it all on and everything is gone and hidden. And it still looks like skin. It's not a heavy makeup, it's a cream makeup. So I'm gonna take the buff brush today and I'm gonna use a smaller end and I'm tapping into that mango color, which is my camo color. And I need just the very littlest bit. So first spot that I'm gonna hit is this age spot. This thing up here drives me absolutely crazy. So if I just pop a little bit there, that takes care of that. I also have a lot of redness on different other spots on my forehead. So I'm just gonna kind of tap those on only the areas that need a little coverage. So whether it's age spots, I have some broken capillaries down here and redness. So you can see I'm just gonna tap that in. And again, I'm using just kind of a tapping, stippling motion. And I'm not blending anything yet. This cream makeup is gonna warm to my skin. And by the time I get my different colors on, it's gonna be all warmed and super blendable. So again, any place that I see some discoloration, my chin has got a lot of redness, I'm just gonna tap a little bit in there and just do that discoloration. My nose also is really red. So I'm gonna hit that area too. And the thing to remember is we're trying to keep this makeup as light as possible. So I really only wanna use 1 layer if possible. So I'm gonna just kind of hit this darkness under my eyes with my camo color. And then I think I'm done with that. Next color I'm gonna go into is gonna be my pop. And a pop color is usually about 2 shades lighter than your regular main foundation color. And don't worry, because when I color match you, I will choose all these colors for you. Once you send me your selfie, I'll be able to see what colors we need to use for the camo pop and the bridge. So my pop is actually a color called Aura, and I am putting that right in the corner of my eye, just like that, the edge of my eye. And for mature skin, we want everything to be lifted. So we're putting it up here because we're gonna lift that side of our face and bring brightness to the center of our face. And I love this. Once I started using this makeup and saw what a game changer this was for mature skin, I was sold right away. I honestly never thought I'd be doing makeup tutorials at 63 years old, but once I started using it and saw how amazing it was for mature skin, I just had to share it with everybody else. So I'm going down the center of my face, and I always say I'm like doing fireworks on my forehead to bring that light to the center. and then a little bit down on my chin for some lightness there. And I think I got all my brightness on. So next color I'm going to go in is going to be my bridge color, and that's really like our main foundation color, as I mentioned. So my color, I kind of go between amber and candlelit depending on the season. And today I'm just going to use a little candlelit, and again I'm just going to tap this into all the spots that I don't have my camo or bridge. Because the key here is we want to just have one layer of makeup, and we're going to kind of paint by number and blend it all together. We don't want to have a layer of foundation, a layer of concealer, a layer of blush. We want everything in one nice layer. And you're noticing I haven't put anything right here because that's where my contour and my lip and cheek color is going to go. So I'm just kind of leaving that area open for now. So I'm just kind of looking where I haven't put those other colors and make sure I have everything covered. This is kind of like a paint by number, quite honestly. It's pretty easy. Next, I'm going to go ahead and contour. So that's the darkest shade I have in my compact. And contour really brings some dimension to your face. And I never used contour until I tried Seint makeup. And again, one of those kind of game changer things for mature faces, because we tend to get a flat look. And once you add a little contour, it's like your cheekbones are lifted, you're creating some beautiful dimension on your face, and it's not hard. So you can see I'm taking this end of the detail brush and just kind of stamping it on my cheekbones. So I'm strategically putting it on my cheekbones because I want more of a lift. If you were a younger person, you might kind of scoop it a little bit under your cheekbones, but I need all the lift I can get, so that's where I'm putting it. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some contour on my forehead. And what this does is just kind of brings our forehead down. Sometimes our hairline is receding a little bit at this age, and this brings that down, adds a little dimension to that area as well. And then next place I'm going to put it is right here along that jawline. And what that does is kind of create a beautiful shadow along our jaw and kind of chisel out a nice neat line. So if you're worried about kind of getting that saggy jowly skin, this is kind of going to take care of that. And then also just kind of bring it down to create a shadow right here. So again, I am not blending anything out at this moment. I'm just applying the makeup, and that cream is going to warm up to my skin. So remember I talked about the second layer. So I have some various lip and cheek colors in here, and I'm simply going to use my finger, and I'm going to put a couple dots of nude right on the tops. And this is kind of another thing that's a game changer for mature women. Do you remember we were always told put the blush on the apples of your cheeks? Well, you know what that does? That kind of, again, drags your face down and ages us. So by bringing that color up here, we're lifting that. I'm going to also just dip into ruby and just put one little dot of ruby up there too, which is a little bit brighter color. And the cool thing about these colors, you can kind of mix and match. You don't have to just stick with one. I'm going to go ahead and use it on my lips. So I'm going to put a little bit of nude and then a little bit of ruby. All right, I think we're just about ready to kind of blend that out. So what do you guys think? Should we give it a try and blend it? And you can see how easy this all blends out. I'm going back to that buff brush that I originally used. I'm going to take the bigger end right now, and I'm going to start blending those lighter colors. So that means the bridge and the pop colors. So we're going to blend those. And at this point, they're super warm on my skin, so it just totally blends together. They just kind of meld together. And see what I'm doing with that pop is I'm pulling that up. So kind of under my eye and just kind of bringing it up. So that's lifting. And again, if you've put on eyeshadow like I did earlier and had any fallout, these cream makeups are going to take care of that too. So again, just kind of blending what I did on my forehead, my nose, and now I'm going to go into my contour. The contour that I've put here, I'm going to kind of just swirl a little bit and kind of bring that down. And then this on my forehead, I'm just kind of swirling, kind of bringing it into my hairline and also melding it with my other colors. And now the contour on my cheeks, again, you can use whatever motion you want. Sometimes I swirl, sometimes I stipple, sometimes I just do both. It doesn't matter. This is really easy makeup. You don't have to do any certain technique. You will start playing with it and discover what works best for you and what you like the best. Okay, so now I have everything all blended out, and it's given me just like a beautiful kind of flawless complexion, and I feel like I don't have anything on. That's what I love about this makeup. It just feels really, really clean and easy. If I wanted to, I could also use a little of my bronzer right now. So remember, I had the bronzer and an illuminator that was kind of a glowy dark color. So at this point, if I wanted to, I will kind of dip my brush into both of those at the same time, and I'll just add a little bit of bronzer. So bronzer goes where the sun would hit you. So your forehead, maybe the tops of your cheekbones. And that's simply going to warm up your skin. This time of year, we're not out in the sun. Maybe we need a little warmth. So I can add a little bit of that there. Now, I'm perfectly happy with this finish. I love a beautiful dewy finish, but if you're somebody that tends to get kind of oily or you like more of a matte finish, you certainly can finish off with powder. And that's why I put the vanilla dust on the bottom layer. And these compacts are customizable, so you can put whatever you'd like in your compact. If you don't need the vanilla dust, maybe you'd put some brow wax in there or another lip and cheek color. It doesn't matter. These are the eyeshadows I've used today, so those are also in that second layer. I'm just going to dip the big end of my buff brush into the vanilla dust. And if I was using this, I would simply kind of just powder my nose a little bit. Any areas that I feel would get maybe a little oily, and up here in my T-zone. And that's it. That's all you need. So this is a really cool new method. I'm really enjoying using this Camo Pop Bridge, and I like the idea of having everything in this compact and that it kind of goes for all seasons. Those are all the colors you need. So I would love to do a color match for you if you'd like me to choose your Camo Pop Bridge colors, or you need any help with any other colors. If you have any discoloration or certain issues that you need to camouflage, I can choose that color for you as well. So please reach out to me and send me a message, and I'll be happy to get you set up that way. Thanks again for joining me.